Let's continue. Polybois is almost level 2. Let's see if we can reach, if we can reach level 2. Let's continue the career, and I need to turn off this guy here. So, yeah, it's quite fun. So let's see. Let's take a job. Job list is here. Quick job is there. And let's see, we need some money. Also, once in a while we should pay attention. In each city, if I remember correctly, there are some truck dealers. We need to discover them later in the game. We can go there and buy some trucks. So we should drop by the dealerships when we see one on the map. Anyway, let's see what brings money in. Yeah, this is pretty not. This is not good. This one here. Yeah, I think this one looks good. Okay, we go from Berlin to Travemünden. I've never been in Travemünden. I don't want to go there. It's so unappealing, this word. I don't know. But let's see, what is that? Stettin to Wow. Can't read this one, but I can go there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So take the job. We get a new truck. Like I said in the one part earlier. Welcome, by the way, to. I do what I do when I do what I do, and that's why I'm here. One part earlier to this part, I started checking out or introducing you a little bit to this game, where I also covered some of the options. So the first, I don't know, 5 minutes might be interesting for you. Anyways, so I adjusted the sound settings and so on, and without further blah blah blah. A little bit of blah 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 I need, because I want to check what do we actually carry. Cargo is floor. No, flour. Floor. Okay, let's but let me check the options. I think my system is see, yeah, for some reason it always, I said this already in the first part, when you install this game, make sure go into the options, make sure this one is not set to 300. I can hear my graphics card fans getting crazy, you know. So I don't know why this doesn't remember the settings, and also reflection settings. Those settings are completely fine like that. I don't know why I would choose 300. It doesn't look that much better. Only reason I can think of, if you have like a whole setup with 6 screens that you wanna even render the resolution even higher, maybe for that case, but to me it's just, I don't know. Anyway, so with those settings we should be able to play the game just fine. In the summertime it's very warm in Germany. It's a beautiful day, but too warm for me. Let's get started. Dzień dobry! Jedziemy. Dzisiaj jedziemy do my jedziemy. To wszystko. Zobaczymy, gdzie my jeżdżamy. Ok, tutaj jesteśmy. Tutaj chcę jechać. Nie. Dobra, no, idziemy. Kurwa, gdzie jest moja GPS? Tak, i teraz tak. We are in Poland, so we have to talk a little bit in Polish. And it's raining, so let's turn off on the winds, the wiper thing. Yeah, what? Let me check the name here again to be certain. Let's see, where is P? here. Wipers, yeah, okay. Here we go. So they are called wipers, not like the wiper the car. So the two, so wiper, it doesn't mean wiper, right? I'm confused on this right now a little bit, to be honest. I'm confused there. And I think this time our navi is bigger, so we don't need this one here. I can turn it off. Let me press F3, no F4. I need to adjust the FOV a little bit here. Again, watch part, the one part earlier, I showed all those settings in a little bit more detail, if you're interested in that. Okay, that's good. And seat positioning. Yeah, that's good. I feel better. This, a little bit higher, I feel better. Okay, that's about it. You can do this with every vehicle. But now I think I have to do this again a little bit because rotation is not fitting anymore to me. Yeah, this truck is different. I don't like this guy, to be honest. The other trucks we had were better. Okay, let's leave it like that. Also now we are further away from the GPS view. That's a disadvantage. And again, my graphics card is I maybe forgot to apply. No, it's fine. Yeah, I guess it's just the overall thing is just very heavy. Maybe I'm gonna lower the settings when it gets too warm. But okay, so dobra. Idziemy. Actually, I prefer driving during the night. Maybe we can set this up so that it's, I think right now it's always when I play this during the daytime, it's also day in the game, although I'm not quite certain. And with by pressing C we can use the cruise control, meaning the car keeps a certain speed which we set up or adjusted. And we can turn off the wiper, the windshield wiper. Is this sitting here? Yeah, that's good. No, that's a nice street road right now. On the road again. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this game compared to the older game, 18 Wheels of Steel, which is has a lot of charm but older. The main difference is the truck stops much earlier. So I really had trouble stopping the truck in the 18 Wheels of Steel game, which I'm gonna play later again, I think. I like driving through America. It's kind of fun. Also, you don't have a GPS or Navi. It's a different kind of game. I think that I'm cutting off this guy here somehow. There's a guy behind us. Can we look backwards somehow anyways? Instead of using those keys here? Like so, right? Ah, we can look out, but I was thinking it might be a key to just quickly look backwards. Yeah, we are drunk. Ja, przepraszam bardzo, jestem trochę pijany. Przepraszam. Nie ma za co, pan Łukasz. Dobra. Teraz Amiga Gęby i jeszcze. Dobra, jeszcze. Zobaczcie mnie. Ja umiem tak fajnie jeździć. Zobaczcie mnie. Uważaj. Jestem wspaniały. Ah, that's fun. I like it right now a lot. Yum. Oh, kurwa. Yeah, I already said. I don't know. There are some different difficulties. I think. Let's check this out in the game. I thought so, at least. I know, but I'm not too. I don't want to be in the option menu and look for stuff. I thought, the last time I played this like for real, when I was hyped, and then happy playing this. I said this already earlier, but I don't have like regular people watching the same thing, so I can basically say the same thing in every video almost. There is a certain time where I like playing simulations, and then I enjoy it, and then at some point there is like a cut off, and I don't care for it anymore. But the last time this happens was, I think, when the game came out. Not sure anymore. Maybe later when the game was a little bit cheaper, because usually I don't buy games full priced. And yeah. Why do I say that right now? I don't know anymore. I wanted to make a point, I forgot the point. Oh crap. We don't have the headlamp. I see. Oh, maybe we do have it on. I don't know. Let's check this out. I wasn't paying attention. Komenasai, kurwa. Przepraszam bardzo. I think we have this one here. Yeah. Oh, was it on? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was on, yeah. High beam, yeah. So in Germany there's a lower parking lights. I don't know. Do we need parking lights? I don't think so. Ah, probably. Yeah, in Germany or Europe, I think you have. I don't have a driving license, but I believe it's in the whole European Union area. You need to use to have your lights on. Oh, look at those details. I'm getting really older because I find this incredible how detailed the game is, and this is from 2012, and I'm still impressed. You know, I do not know. I don't have any up-to-date simulator right now, but I think my brain got stuck in 2012, anyways. Also, music-wise, I think, yeah. I think 2012, like when Maya calendar predicted the world would end, I think to me it was just, instead of ending, just I stuck there still. Yeah, I think that's what happened. And that's a good thing. There's also co-op, I think. A friend of mine told me that years ago. But I've never tried this game in co-op. You know what I said? I remember back then what I said about... We played Farming Simulator with a friend of mine. His nickname is Loki. Like the... you know. And we played... He also enjoyed that kind of game. We played Farming Simulator 2013, I think. Some older Farming Simulator, and also the Truck Simulator. Like, we were in TeamSpeak, and you know, not playing together, but he played his game and I played my game, and we exchanged experience through TeamSpeak, which is now replaced by Discord. And I said, I think, if I remember that still, because I saw the truck earlier, the tractor, the bulldog, or whatever this is called in English, the farming thing. It would be nice to combine those games, you know, that one is the delivery guy. For you know, there's one is doing the farming thing, and the other one is doing the truck. You know what I mean? So let's say my friend would do the farming. He would, I don't know, grow some, collect some flour or some. There is a better way to say that. Harvest some corn, maybe. And I would come drop by, you know, with my truck and pick up his corn and deliver it to a different city. You know, that would be great. You know, I think at some point a game like that will be made, if it's not even already made. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I still use the turn signal. Poznan, I don't know. Reading is not my... I've never learned reading. I only picked up some things while visiting my family as a child, you know, during vacations. And all my English, all my Polish is coming from those holidays, basically. And also I was born in Poland. But when I was 2 years old, we went to Germany, or moved to Germany, my mom and I. So, and that's where I belong. I think my heart is telling me that. Lucas, musisz żyć, no, mieszkać Police. No przecież wiem, kurwa. Yeah, maybe this is more me than anything. could be. Don't know yet. There was a long time where I felt ashamed talking in the Polish language to my mom also, because Polish was not very popular. I mean, was not popular. You can say that. So it wasn't like when, let's say, when people talked in English, people were impressed. Like English was like, oh, look at this, he speaks English. But Polish, no one cared that you can speak Polish. And so I wanted to be also, when I grew up, part of the Germans. And I felt ashamed. I still remember that. I didn't want to talk in Polish, and this has changed. Meanwhile, I love making some fun sentences in the Polish language because it sounds amazing. I could have become such a great Polish guy. I can definitely talk some nonsense here. So I'm not ashamed of that anymore. And quite the opposite, actually. I can now also even understand why my mom, she moved to Germany very late, when she was grown up, to Germany. So she learned German also by herself, right? And she speaks pretty well German, but once in a while, depending on the day, on her mood, on her energy level, and also if she talked a lot with her sister, my aunt, then her German suffers dramatically, so that you can feel the impact. So although she is capable of expressing everything in the language, sometimes it's hard for her, and sometimes you can pick up that she's not a native speaker very easily. Other days she's pretty close to a native speaker, and I understand why in the English. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. But she did a pretty good job. You have to imagine that, coming here now, and she really learned that whole language. The other she had a friend of her, also from Poland. She would never learn the language properly. So because she never used that, she never wanted to talk to anybody. So she lived for a long time in Germany and never ever got really good at this. So when you live in a different country, you have to acquire the language for your own good. For your own good already, and also for respect. That's something you have to do. And I hope this can come back to me when I maybe almost did here accident. I have to pause here. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's continue. Left we have to go. It's dark now, but it's not dark. No, right now it's not dark. It's... Oh shit. Komm wieder sein. Oh, Kurva. So eine Scheiße. I would have probably just been fine, continue driving, because I got panicked. I crashed into the guy behind me. What the hell? No, anyway, that's good. I try to give you the time. The thing is, I always have to, there's something weird going on when you have two systems installed, Linux and Windows. My Windows is always, the time is always off whenever I boot into the Linux. I think it has to do maybe with the German clock, I don't know. So I always have to use my phone to make sure this is the, So it's right now 3 approximately 3 p.m. right? Afternoon. Yeah, 3 p.m. afternoon, 3:20. So it's certainly not dark, but in the game it's already dark. It says it here actually. Now I see that. Monday. See, this is basically 10 p.m. right now. Hey, I can actually change. I mean, if I speak English anyways, right, I can also adjust it for you a little bit. Also, maybe I get a better understanding if I play this game in the, you know, although the signs do not adjust, I think. Where is the time? Let's see, time. Here. Let's use the English time. I think that's about it. No, now it's 10. You can see this is the time right now. So 10 seconds approximately. No, 5 seconds is 1 minute. 1, 2, or maybe 3 seconds. Yeah, so girlfriend is gone and I am by myself today, so I can just play the whole day. I mean, I can... Yeah, probably I'm not gonna convince her with the Euro Truck Simulator playing this one here. Maybe if I drive to Italy, she would be interested. She likes Italy. We played Zero Sam 4 and also Zero Sam, you know, standalone 5 if you want. She liked the 4th better because it plays in Italy. Press L, I can... How can I turn on the super lights? I can also change this one here. That's interesting. Look at this. If I press the I key, yeah, I can change that. Yeah, you see the little look at pay attention to the GPS right now. Above the GPS there is the German speed. That makes sense. Then there is the gear stuff, a truck symbol, a gas symbol, and sleeping symbol. So when we later on in the game, when we try to deliver or getting jobs which are further away, we have to take breaks in between. We are not allowed to just drive through the, through a certain amount of time. Or we have to, we have to take breaks, meaning we have to rest somewhere. Otherwise, we're gonna get fined or something. You also got a message, but I don't wanna read anything. I don't even like getting emails in the real world. I don't wanna check the email in the game. Cheat doing at me. Mage is this. Maybe we need already to rest. I mean, we could. How far do we have to drive? 40 minutes. No, I don't think we have to rest right now. You know what? I would love playing a game like this with zombies. Yeah. Truck driver during the apocalypse. That would be great. Yeah, that would be also interesting because you have to, make sure that you deliver, but also you have to always look for gas, at a very... You could combine that with some shooting as well, and then continue driving. Oh, that would be great. More comfortable why I'm also sitting there like so tense. It's unnecessary. Because of the stupid microphone, this is one I talked about this once in a while. The better microphone is good. It sounds better, but it's always in the way. But it's not a new microphone. It's still the old Let's Play microphone. And I fixed the stand. I modified it actually. In fact, now it's part wooden, part metal. Omoshiroi ne. はい、そうです。Ah, that's okay. I see. Here we could rest actually. Omoshiroi. Oh, almost. Almost a perfect parking. But then I screwed it up. And so I say Hidoi, I say Hidoi. And no, I don't speak Japanese, only some random words. Delivered! Success. Success equals Lucas. Hey, that's right, baby. Oh, level 2 already. What do we get? So we could now say even longer distances, which I would almost recommend, or we're gonna get just in time. No, I don't like pressure. No pressure. I mean, time pressure I don't like. I mean, everything could be technically pressure. Fragile cargo, for example, I think. Let's read what does it say. This skill allows you to transport fragile cargo. It's annoying, right? Such as glass, electronics, or the delicate machinery. With the following benefits: rank to. I don't care. Actually, I don't want to read that. It's so boring. Sometimes you cannot even finish. You know, it's. You have a kind of an idea, and that's already. You know, even the idea is boring. Even the getting an idea of what somebody says, even that can be sometimes boring. That's what happens. That's why I don't like reading in general. It's overestimated. It's good if you like reading. I get that. There's some benefits, you know. But there's... fuck it. Fuck it, I say here. Let's go with danger. My brother is actually an expert now on this one here. Brother is doing well. Very well. I have a good brother. Very well, very good brother, and he would know about those things now because he is now a specialist about Gefahrengütertransport. He knows what's up. So, okay, new upgrade available. Let's check this out quickly. What is it? What bullshit is it? Come on, just show me the bullshit. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I would care. Whatever this is. So let's go. More jobs. Polybar is busy. We have to make money. We have to have 100,000 at least jobs. What can we get? And now we should get more offers. You know, we have now the dangerous stuff. Travemünden. What a weird name, really. I mean, what? There's some names I read them. I think they are so awful. I do not know. Hidoi, I see. Lumber delivery. Okay, let's focus on the money. Money, I like money. Yeah, so Czechien. Let's go there. Let's do that. 5,000. Now maybe we can make more money. More money. I need money. Money, money, money. I got love in my tummy. 6,000. But we have to travel a long distance, really. No, I don't want to go to Germany again. Oh, let's go to Czechien. Come on. That was okay, I think. Where was it? This one? Yeah, let's go there. Okay. Take the job. Take the job. Da, da, da. And let's go. And see, our camera has changed. So each individual truck you wanna go maybe into pressing F4 and adjusting all the seats, but I'm leaving it like that now. It's too repetitive. I don't want to do that. Open the door. It's the wrong door. I just realized that. This is always something I observe the bus drivers, right? I don't have a driver's license, so I observe the bus drivers, and this is always so weird when they make a right turn, left turn, whatever. You know, you always think they're gonna crash into the wall, they're gonna crash, and then no, they're gonna make the turn. It's so fascinating. Anyway. Driving away. I don't know. I'm driving. Take the job. No. Polizei. Polizei, there's a German phrase to say Polizei, dein Freund und Helfer, which would be police, your friend and helper. Which, yeah, I mean, if you haven't done anything, most of the police I encountered almost never. Yeah, but most of the police, they actually, yeah, if you have just a general question, they will try to help you. If there are no assholes. Polizei. Oh, they said for God's sakes it was just fucking green. What the fuck? I mean, really? I think this is how people, you know, that's probably how it feels when you have a driving license, you know. Just 1 second, didn't pay attention, and boom, and then you scream. Yeah. That would happen to me as well, of course. Although one thing, because I'm already older, if I ever make a driving license, I don't know. This really depends on money and my eyes. How do I go left now? I forgot again. I'm gonna be not driving too fast. I think that I never liked this idea that you can drive. What the hell is going? This is not the traffic light. Now I see. It's a stupid headlights. Okay. Wer lesen kann, ist klar im Vorteil. That is translated into who is able to read has an advantage. People say, and I hate this phrase because, oh come on, do you read everything? You know, this phrase it has become so quickly so old because look at how many things you have to accept, like you know, terms of services. No one is reading anything anymore. This is just not happening anymore. So this phrase doesn't work. So, and if you do, you know, I mean, why would you want to read that? Anyway, so let's see. Forgot to press F4. And let's adjust the lights here. I don't know why they turned on. They weren't turned on at all. But I do have to turn them on? I'm confused. Huh? How do I turn them on anyway? So we have to look the stupid key up now. System and then options. And now we're gonna go to key and let's light. What do we have here? High beam highlights. Fernlicht in the German. Is K. Okay. Let's leave it at that. I think they are only allowed if no one to turn them on when no one is coming at you, right? Against your direction. Maybe I let them on and I got the fine and it turned off automatically. Probably something like that. Huh? Anyway, let's drive. I believe I can drive. Oh no, I cannot sing the song in here. So many songs. What's happening? Man, great songs. And then, Holy tie. Anyway, the song is still good. I mean, you know, I think if you sing a song and it becomes, you know, publicly and people love it, it's not your song anymore. It's now part of the humanity. That's how I see it. So the song is still great, no matter what, because songs are love. That's what I say. Yeah, let's drive fast. Yeah, another thing in this modern world is it's gonna be one thing should be considered, that you know, because of the AI and stuff, which I already said in the first part, AI is not necessarily bad. It's you know, people are getting anyway. But one thing which should be considered in general for governments making rules and so on, you cannot observe and control people too much. There is I think part of being a human is sometimes being able to bend the rules now and then. Small things, you know, helping out a friend with some money or something, vice versa. Not everything has to be official all the time, you know. If you take stuff away like that people cannot, you know, if everything is observed, meaning everything is digital and you can say how much money you have, on what did you spend the money and so on, that's not gonna be good for the human brain, for the human consciousness, because we are not machines. We need the little bit of kind of almost like fake freedom, you know. You're not changing the world drastically, neither positive nor negative, but you should be allowed to bend some rules, or not necessarily allowed, but it should be there was a word in the German, not accepted, not allowed, but kind of being okay with that. There is a word for that. Crap. I can't remember. What is the word for that? Not allowed? Like a kind of like a compromisation, but this is also not the word I'm looking for. Yeah, anyway, because otherwise people feel like being trapped, you know. If you're being like easily observable, and that would just add to the feeling of you know, it's we have to go this way. It's completely, I see. It's like when you have kids, right? And you, for example, you know, they play in the room and somebody screams, you know, and you know something is screwed up. They did something wrong, and you go there and you ask, hey, what happened, you know? And maybe they play together and they do not tell you the truth. They give you a fake, like a lie. They lie to you, but not because they wanna, you know, they wanna just lie and get away with that. But maybe they, you know, they wanna. How do I say that? They screwed something up and they wanna get around. I have to think about this a little bit deeper. Sometimes we, especially kids, let me think about how I could say that, especially kids, sometimes they learn how to lie, and this can become a skill. Not that it's a good thing necessarily, but sometimes it is needed for the better. And you allow them sometimes, I'm not sure if you're communicating this well, but sometimes you allow kids to lie to you. You know it's a lie, but it's not because of the intention is not to screw you over. The intention is maybe something, they got it, they know they screwed it up, and they maybe, yeah, I have to think about this. It's actually interesting. I should really think about this, how to describe that. Not sure if you can follow me on that. Yeah, I'm gonna think about this in the future, how I can express that better. That's because it's an interesting topic, to be honest. But anyway, so for people, it's important to bend the rules once in a while, to not feel too trapped, because it gives you a little bit of every human being needs to be able to influence his environment. That's why we like games. Every time when we press a button and something happens, we like that, and this is nothing else than influencing your environment. And if we cannot do that, the less we can do stuff like this, the more depressed we're getting sometimes. So meaning if there is no reaction to whatever you will, the world doesn't react to you in some way, meaning if you, for example, let's say you cannot move at all with your body, and that's one thing, that's already hard. That's one of the hardest things, I guess. And then you can also not communicate as well, that's a huge challenge. And we as people, we need to have an impact in some way, in the small scale, or some people need it on a larger scale, but we need to matter, this is deep within us, and we need a little bit of the feeling, sometimes having the control over things, not all, but all the time. We don't need control over everything. We can accept that easily. When we have a little bit control over little things, sometimes having control who is allowed to come into your apartment and who is not allowed, even that is already a good thing. So I think we have to go this, maybe not. That's hard. Yeah, so it has to do with attention, and I believe everybody needs attention in some way. Some people more, some people less, but some people, sometimes when people say they don't need attention, they probably get it already. Like they don't notice that anymore. I don't think you can go through life without attention. And then you would say, okay, but there are people who choose to be maybe some people want to be just by themselves and not dealing with other people. They don't want to have any attention. They just want to go on and live their life. That was close. And maybe they choose to live in an area where there are almost no people at all. And because you say, okay, they don't need attention, but it's also one thing to have a choice. If you choose to be by yourself, it's much easier than being by yourself and having no choice over that. So some people are alone, and if you're alone because you've chosen it, it's much easier because it's your choice. And again, the choice is an impact. If you choose to reach out to people, you can, and you get some feedback, right? And so this is much easier. So don't underestimate that when you say, I like to be alone. I also like to be by myself because, I always been that way a little bit, but always by myself without having the option to have somebody, to go to some places. If the option is gone, the whole I don't want to say game changes because I don't like the word game changer, but the whole thing changes. Anyway. Yeah. Lucas is very wise and no one listens. That's really tragic, but whatever. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm so wise and no one listens, and this guy ahead of me seems to be drunk. Everyone. What the heck? Hello, my friend. Masz za dużo, kurwa. Pijak to jest. No, kurwa, teraz ja ci dam. Tonight in my song I was singing, I'm not sure. Anyway. Let's see if you can overtake this guy. I hope overtaking is the right word, right? Overtaking sounds like the Undertaker there. Oh no, shit. Oh no, we are fine actually. No, good that I slowed down. Let me sing a song for you. It's coming from my heart, and my heart says boom, boom, boom. Oh, police. Unfall. Or Kontrolle. What could it be? Ah, what's going on? That's also a thing I do, because I'm a better human than you are. No, but I do this really because it annoys me. You know, obviously I try to be good, you know, and I'm very aware of this, so no bullshitting about this, but I do this really, if I see some, you know, accidents happening somewhere, I just don't look in the direction. I force myself not look in the direction. If you do that, you can see a bunch of stupid faces looking like idiots, you know, when I'm in the bus and there is an accident. You know, you watch the people instead of the accident. It's crazy how people become so dull and dumb in a second, looking out the window. What happened there? You know, I mean, this really pisses me off, because it's not like we are living in the 1950 where there is no internet. We haven't seen it all. You know, I mean, it's. Do you want to be Do you want to have this experience when you are lying there? You know, that's something. That's why I'm not doing it, because I don't want to have this experience, and that's why I force myself not to look at this. And I'm, you know, always curious about things. Like, so quickly, people's faces become so stupid, unbelievable. Yeah, I know I'm a self-righteous asshole in this regard, but this is I'm not wrong on this. You don't have to be always, you know, a perfect human being. Also, I had to learn that I, you know, it's good to mess it up sometimes. It's a lot of pressure keeping up like a high moral stand always, you know. So it's good. For example, you know, I said I would never buy a Blizzard because I'm gonna boycott them, but I'm too weak of a gamer, you know, so that I cannot hold up to my own standards, and sometimes that's okay. It's not always like, you know, you're doing the right thing and everybody else is just feels sometimes like that. That's wrong, and then you getting upset. Dresden discovered. And then you getting upset and becoming a, you know, when the bar is too high and you try to be a good human all the time, you can get frustrated on that and become a worse human. You know, it's about balance. You can screw it up. You should apologize though when you do that. When you screw up, apologize. That's really good enough almost. And mean it. I mean, you have to mean it. You cannot just say, "Oh, sorry." You know. But yeah. So don't be too righteous. But also don't look at the, you know, if there's a scene like an accident, don't look at this. It's look at the people. It's much more fun. I promise you that. Look at the stupid faces. Man. I'm getting excited just thinking about this. Dobra, wiem, gadam za dużo. No, to co, kurwa. Jestem taki ładny i wspaniały i jak to się nazywa, kurwa? Jestem mądry, jestem chłopak, no, jestem stary chłopak, uważajcie. Ale gadam za dużo, no przecież wiem, no to co, kurwa. A ty, kurwa, nigdy nie gadasz? A co to teraz, co to jest? Patrzymy co to jest, kurwa. O. And you can do it in a simulator, why not? Dzisiaj bawimy się samochodem, jeżdżamy i... No, dobra, już nie mogę śpiewać, jestem stary, no, teraz. Co jest? You are running out of fuel. Oh no, because I never pay attention to anything. If we're lucky, we can make it. If we're not lucky, we cannot make it. That makes sense, right? So today, welcome to my wise words of today. No, let's check this out. We have to... Yeah, there is some gas in front of us, not far away anymore. Hey. Omoshiraine! Omoshiraine means fun. It's a lot of fun. This game is right on a lot of fun. I think also truck driver, they probably like their job. I hope so. But you know, if you have like stress, like appointments and other things, and then you're stuck in traffic, that's probably the worst. And how do I use the following key to... Oh shit! What is this? Press and hold. Ah. Man, this takes forever. Ah, you're done. Your fuel expensive. How can you read so fast? Please, somebody has to help me. Help me, I say. You'll have to help me. If you don't help me, I cannot make it. If you don't help me, I'm screwing up. If you don't help me, I'm never gonna make it. Because I have no pieniądze. Ja nie mam pieniądze. Computer is getting hot. After this delivery, I think I'm gonna... I'm gonna take a break. And then we're gonna continue, I guess. It is so much fun. It's raining. I like the rain here. I forgot in which country we are right now. No. We're almost Prague. I don't know if we're already over the border. I didn't pay attention. So I wanted to say German tunnel. I'm not sure if this is a German tunnel. I am a truck driver, that's my nature. I know, not every truck driver is like that. It's only 95%. I don't know about it, but I tell you, if I would be a truck driver by myself, I would fart, I would bark, and I would sing. Probably all naked, because people couldn't see if I wear underwear or not, right? Yeah. That's a funny bridge. Though the right mirror here is actually helpful. I did it my way, and I did. The road is near, and so I face my final destination. Da 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 da. Oh, it's getting really warm, I think. It's too warm, guys. Too warm. Not guys, maybe the half guy watching this one here, maybe not even. Maybe a 0.2 percentages. Maybe too fast again. Ah, beautiful. Weinberge. Die Weinberge. Das sind die Weinberge von Prag. Sie sind so wunderschön. O, tak jest, kurwa. A, Prag, wir kommen. Jesteśmy. Poczekajcie. Prague discovered. Great. And it's already all over. Ah! That was close. Bing bong. Ow! What one? I don't see the. I don't know if this is the right exit. Let's check this out. Yeah, looks good. Looking good. Nah. You know, we almost made it, and now we lost some money on this stupid guy here. His fault. Couldn't be me. Could never be me. I'm a perfect human being. What can I do? It's just the way I was born, and I apologize not for that. La da. Getting too warm. No, what the hell? Hey. What? What's up? When I was just a little Polish guy, I asked my mother, what language is that? Kurwa! La 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 la. I'm too fast again. Ah man. You know what, this song was already old when I was young. So. No, it's still better than the new stuff like the new whatever this is. This sometimes. I mean, I feel so sorry for the younger generation to growing up with music like that. That's so sad. Poor little guys. No. Awesome song. I don't know what particular song this is. It covers probably 80% of the songs I've heard so far. Every time I try a new song on Spotify, when it's activated, or Google Music, you know, it's all like shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's my heart wants to say. You know, music needs his space, its time, and it's like, as a musician, you have to produce a lot of shit like every other artist, every other human who produces something. Most of the things you do is worthless. Once in a while, you do something good, and that same thing is for music. You just, you know, that's the bad music. Music is needed, and for that reason, not actually bad, because otherwise. You don't discover good music. You know, you have to. It's also not bad. It's trying, and at some point you get a reward as an artist, and you do the right thing, or you find a treasure. Yeah, I think you can say that. It's not. I think most musicians, they don't create music. They find the you know, it comes to them. And this counts for everything what you create as a person. Even if you are not a creative person, you always create something. You might be a cook, you might be, you know, you build something at home, right, with some wood, you know. So, and once in a while you do something really, really good. So yeah, lots of music which is not fun is needed. Scout. And let's park here. Stop it. Expert. We are experts. We are the master of scout cars. Maybe this is not so difficult after all. Or maybe it is. We already done, but make it nice and beautiful. I am so beautiful. Oh, I forgot to actually stop and press the T key. See, this happens when you are getting too confident. It's like the stupid runner when I see it. I love those videos when the runner is so confident that he can make it, and then he decides like shortly before the goal, you know, the goal line, shortly before that he wants to show off, or do something, and then the second place overtakes him. I love that. It's be a little bit humble, you stupid fuck. No, I like that. I love that. It's great. I like those videos. Yeah, what do we skill? I would say distance again here. Not distant. Oh, you grown so distant. Come in, say. So that's enough. It's getting too warm. Maybe later a little bit more. Right now I'm kind of excited. Not just kind of, I'm really excited, but I think it's the heat. It's not the game. I think it's getting too warm. I get like blah blah blah. So, but if my heart is happy, then I'm happy too. I'm a happy Let's Player. Look at me. I can record videos. So delightful. Anyway, bye bye.